Okay guys, I'm gonna do a quick video for you because I'm trying to help you out. Obviously you don't need to get this exact stroller, but this is the only one I got, so I just wanted to show you some things. My kids are in the bath and Dennis is up there with them, so I ran out here quick to do this for you. Okay, so this particular stroller is called the Zoe, and this one is like the most super popular stroller amongst the twin group. And so that's why I got it, and I'll tell you, they're not wrong. This stroller is freaking awesome. So this particular one turns into a triple stroller and a quad stroller if you ever decide to have more than 2 kids, which is really, really super cool if they're all close in age and stroller age or whatever. But some of the things I love about this, and some of the things that I recommend that you look for in any stroller when you guys go shopping, are, first of all, how easy it is to push. So this thing actually does not have very big wheels, which a lot of people say look for the big nice wheels, which I agree with that to a certain extent. This thing has like very small regular wheels, but for whatever reason it never gets stuck. I can like turn and push this thing with one hand. It's like the superest, easiest, that's not a word, the easiest thing ever to like maneuver. It looks wide, but it really isn't. It fits through every single doorway we have ever put it in, and it's kind of, I'm looking at it right now and I'm a little embarrassed because it's kind of dirty and trashed, but I have 3-year-olds and they're awful. So this thing fits through any doorway. It has never ever given us a problem. I know I told you this earlier in a message, but we actually just got back from Vegas. We took this with us. We gate checked it. It was phenomenal. It comes with more things than what I actually have on it here. All the little like shoulder pad deals that make the straps comfortable on their neck, my girls ripped off, so none of that's on there right now, but it comes with all that jazz. The real cool thing about this thing is, there's a lot of really cool things about this, but there's a cup holder for parents. Honestly, I would not even base any decisions off whether or not there's cup holders, because they make so many gadgets that you can buy right off Amazon that hang on the straps and clip to the bars and whatever for as many water bottles or sodas that you need to carry with you. So that part of it really honestly is not even worth worrying about when you're picking it out. But cool thing about this is they make these trays for, shoot, now I'm not even going to remember because it was 2 years ago that I bought this dang thing. Baby jogger. This is not a baby jogger, obviously, but these trays that they make for baby jogger that you can buy off Amazon, coincidentally, have these little Velcro straps and these tiny little, shoot, I'm holding my camera so I can't really point, but these 2 little clips and these straps that strap around bars. And coincidentally, these bars for the Zoe, these things fit perfectly, snap perfectly onto those bars and then Velcro around there. So both of your kids can actually have like a place to eat a meal or hold their juice cup or do whatever when you're out and about for a long time, which I know for me was super important because especially when they were tiny infants and like your son's age, they didn't have anywhere to eat when we were out if the place that we were going to didn't have high chairs. And I used to carry this tiny little portable high chair thing that fit in a bag around with me. And this was actually really nice because we could just like go to the concession stand at the zoo or whatever, buy a hot dog, rip it up, and put it right on their trays. And we didn't even have to take them out of the stroller, and they were able to like comfortably eat. My girls don't really need them anymore because now when we go places to eat, they want to come out and sit at the picnic table or wherever we're at. So, but I always have them with me just in case. And I throw them down here in this basket, and you can fold the stroller up with those down there and they don't affect anything. In fact, they were down there during their entire trip to and from Vegas while the stroller was folded up, and nothing happened to them. They didn't get lost. They stayed right in there and they didn't like affect anything. So that was pretty cool. The other thing is this basket, for being a stroller, that's semi umbrella stroller-ish, I should say, but it's obviously not, is huge. It's pretty big. It carries all of our stuff. It even unsnaps right here, so you can get even bigger things in there if you need to unsnap it. I can't even tell you the amount of crap that I've put down here. It never sags to the ground. It's actually pretty cool. Our diaper bag, as I'm sure most of them, is a backpack that has like these little Velcro clips, so we actually clip our bag off the handle, so we don't put that under there. So I can't really speak for that, but I would recommend getting one of those anyways if you're going to be using a stroller a lot. The other cool thing about this guy, girl, whatever this is, these canopies are like the bomb. They have this zipper here, which I should have started with it zipped just so I could show you, but they have a zipper. Hang on one sec. So they just pull forward like a regular canopy for like a little bit of sun stuff, but they also unzip and extend, and there's this tiny little like extra extendable part that also pulls out of there if you need to. So this sucker completely closes your kid off from the sun, with the exception of their legs, which I actually should show you, but I have these little clip-on sunshade things that work for that. But anyways, this is pretty cool, and it has, you know, the same type of deal that everybody else has. So when my girls nap in this thing, I can completely cover them and then they don't wake up. Also, I have these rolled up right now because it was like 150 degrees in Vegas, and my girls napped in this thing a lot, which I was really surprised because they never napped in a stroller before we went on this trip. But these seats fully recline, well, close to fully recline, I should say, not completely. This is kind of hard to tell from that side. Let me pull this up. But they recline pretty dang flat. I don't know if you can see how reclined that is. It's pretty close to all the way flat. And then I opened up the back of this because it was so dang hot. So I was able to recline them in there when they were napping, close this deal so that they would not be like interrupted, but leave this open so they didn't like roast to death, which was actually really super convenient for super hot days, because then they're not like completely enclosed inside of there where you're worried about them like getting overheated, because the breeze like blows right through there. But as far as they're concerned, they're in there napping and they can't see anything. Also, a really cool thing about this is these actually, sorry, these are probably, they click up. So my girl's feet hang over them, but it still like brings them up. Mila's probably would stick out the same as my girl's because she's obviously the same age and she's a little bit bigger. But your little guy would come to like, you know, here. And so for a while, he would literally be able to like nap in this thing, pretty much covered from the sun and not overheated. I did notice for my girls in particular, this stroller, this part right here, they're a little bit tall for it. So when they're napping, I kind of have to pull them down a little bit so that their head isn't on this. But Lennon, I noticed, actually preferred her head to be on that and didn't seem uncomfortable. So it didn't really affect us too much, but this is something to keep in mind. Another cool thing this has for your little dude is underneath these, which I've never actually used because I waited until my girls were bigger to buy this because I based it off the car seat snapping in, which I regret. But it has this little like extra attachment that folds up in there and you can pull it out. I'm gonna put you down for 1 sec so I can hook it on. Hang on 1 second. How does it go? Hold on guys, bear with me. Oh, they snap to each other, so that's gonna be hard to show you. Okay, hold on 1 sec. Because I never used it because I waited until my kids were too big for this part to buy this thing. But okay, I have it mostly hooked on, but it folds up from the bottom and it velcros around the front and the sides and the whatever. And it basically makes it so that this area where the feet come out is closed in. So now you have it completely reclined and this completely closed off. And I have this up right now, like I said, because of Vegas, but let me pull it down. Once this is down and velcroed where it goes and closed up, well, now it looks really wrinkly and crappy, but you basically turned this into one of those bassinet deals, really, and then go like this. And now you have your little guy basically like completely enclosed in there. It's for infants, I'm assuming, and I actually thought it was really cool. I didn't know that it did that for a while until one of my girls like was playing around and pulled that thing out, and I'm like, what the heck is this? It's actually attached so you can't lose it, and then when you don't want to use it, you just undo it and it just like rolls up backwards and folds up in there and goes out of your way, which is pretty cool. So these do close, so then it's like a regular stroller or whatever where the back of it is closed in. When they're down and not rolled up like I had them, there's like a little pocket here. It fits a can perfectly. We always put, when we walk in our neighborhood and stuff, we always put our White Claws and crap in there. Another cool thing is, which I can't show you right at the moment because they're, I think, in my car, but this bar comes off of the stroller and it comes with a few little snack cups or cup holders that actually clip in here, here, and here on the sides that go in its place. So then you would have no bar in front of your kids, but they would have snack cups basically on either side of them. You can go on the Zoe, I think it's Zoe Strollers.com and look at like all the options and whatnot, but it's pretty cool. But like I said, this particular stroller obviously isn't, I mean, I really do recommend it, but it's not necessarily the one that I say that you have to get, but like it's got a lot of cool features that I think you should try to look for in any stroller that you pick because it's really convenient. The bonus, super bonus of this particular stroller is that it weighs 7 or 9 pounds, something like that. It's literally lighter than one of my girls' infant carriers or infant car seats weighed without them in it. It is the lightest thing. I can whip it out of my car with one hand, and that is like the coolest bonus of this thing is that it was so easy to travel with and so easy to like pull in and out. It was not like big and bulky and inconvenient, and my girls were comfortable in it, and it's pretty badass, honestly. You can get like open box specials and whatnot for like less than $200 of these things, and that's might sound expensive, but when you start, I'm sure you've already started looking at strollers, and some of them are upwards of like $400 to $1,000, and this is actually fairly cheap as far as the stroller is concerned, and has like, in my opinion, all the most important things. So it's really easy to fold up too. You do need 2 hands, so I can't really show you while I'm holding my phone, but inside these seats there's these 2 little black handles. You have to pull them both at the same time, but if you take both your hands and grab these handles and lift them up at the same time, the stroller just like collapses in half. And so it's like really easy to like break down. You just like pull the handles up and throw it in the car. So it's like super easy. Another thing that has nothing to do with anything, but get yourself one of these no matter what you buy. This is a stroller lock. If you go to like the zoo and you want to ride on the train or anything like that, and you're going to be leaving your stroller, you're going to want to lock it up because people will walk off with it. So this thing's pretty cool because I can't show it to you obviously because the code's not punched in, but this is like a cable, pulls out of there and it hooks in here, so you can put it like around anything, and then you need the code obviously to get it undone. I strap it to there. I never go anywhere with the stroller or the wagon without that stroller lock on there. But anyways, this one's actually really cool, guys. Check it out. It's comes in like black and green and blue, and I got purple. Probably shouldn't have for resale value, but my girls were psyched about it. But they do come in like all kinds of other colors. And like I said, if you guys are planning on ever having more kids, not sure, but they make a third seat that attaches onto the front of this that turns it into a triple stroller. And they also make a double seat that clips on that turns it into a quad, which is really freaking awesome. So you would never have to like buy another stroller. Honestly, this thing will do everything you need it to do. There's a lot of really cool ones though. Britex makes a I think it's called Be Agile or I'll do some research for you, but Britex makes a side-by-side like this that other twin moms swear by too. In fact, those are the two most, this and the Britex are the two most recommended strollers, like 14 times a day when a new twin mom asks what kind of stroller they should get. It's always the same thing. Get the Zoe or get the Britex. So I know it's good. I know it's more expensive. I know it probably has most of the same features, and I know it's heavier, but it's also bulky, like a little bit beefier, if you will. So that I guess would be a bonus if you think that this is kind of too chintzy for you, although it appears chintzy, but I'm telling you, this thing is honestly a beast. I would show you the wagon, but honestly, look at my garage. It's awful. And the wagon is buried underneath this tarp, but that's a Keen's. I sent you pictures of that. That's pretty badass too. The only problem with the Keen's wagon and the Veer and any of those other wagon strollers is they really are not good for napping in. Like if your kids are gonna nap during the day, your little guy would lay in there and nap, I'm sure, but good luck getting your toddler to lay down in that thing and take a nap. You almost have to have them fall asleep like on accident while you're just pushing them around and then recline them after if they're anything like my toddlers. So anyways, I just wanted to help you out. If you have any questions, let me know. If you saw or didn't see something on this thing and you want to know if it has it, or if you have a question about a different brand, and I know anything about it, I will try to help. I also don't mind if you find one that you think you love, posting on my support groups. There's like thousands of multiples, moms of multiples, twins, triplets. A lot of them have older or younger siblings as well. And they are super, super knowledgeable and helpful about stuff like this for multiple kids. So if you find a stroller that you think you love, let me know what brand and model it is, and I'll post on there and see if anyone has it and what they think of it, because they're super honest and they'll say whether or not they love it or what they don't love about it. And I know I learned the hard way with my first one. I bought a Contours Elite when I was pregnant because the Kiko Fit 2s, the car seats that I had, they both clipped into it really nice. And that thing was a front and back stroller. It was huge. It weighed like 40 pounds. It was a super big pain in the ass, especially with two babies in car seats and by myself, to try to pull the car seats out and collapse and lift it into my truck and out of my truck. It didn't fit any worse or better through doorways than this thing does, or any side-by-side really for that matter. And I honestly think you might have a problem with Mila kicking if she's in the back because she's bigger, and if she's in the front, you can't see baby as well. So I don't know. Obviously, you guys will do your own research, but let me know if you need me. All right, thanks.